Hello and welcome back to Survival Saturday with Johnny Tiger on November 25th, 2023. Today's episode should be pretty hair-raising and exciting, but if you guys have some reservation or feel squeamish about knife work, then this may be an episode to skip. Although if you do tend to carry a knife for self-defense, then this is an episode that I think you need to watch. But before we get to that, let's hear from our sponsor.
Welcome to my parlor. Welcome, traveler, to the Hidden Corner Finds. I am Joanne, and this is my humble store. Pull up a chair, stay a while, make yourself at home. What? Oh, you want to know what I'm selling? Everything and anything. In short, I have a passion for picking. Ugh, why did it just bleep me? All I said was I have a passion for picking, I said. Yeesh. You can't say anything on YouTube these days without this censorship. Anyways, as I was saying, I have a passion for picking. For me, there is nothing more satisfying than finding a unique and forgotten item and uniting it with someone who will really appreciate it for years to come. Whether it's a soapstone carving, an old book, or simply a mug to make you laugh, I try and find something for everyone. My goal is to make you a confident buyer. Older items often have a lifetime of stories to tell. I strive to describe the good as well as the bumps and bruises they've experienced along the way. It's important that the pictures reflect what you will receive. To that end, I always encourage questions and will do my best to respond as quick as possible. Appreciate you stopping by the store. If you can't find what you're looking for, please don't hesitate to contact me. I'm always looking for new ideas and will keep an eye out for your item in my travels.
Honey, what the happened to my action figure collection?
Whoops, gotta go. Bye.
So today, we're going to be talking about neck knife. Neck knife basically just means any knife you carry on a necklace, on a chain around your neck. And yes, for the most part, it will be, especially here in Canada, it will be considered illegal. I think in most civilized places, neck knives are illegal because it is considered as a hidden weapon, concealed weapon, and it's kind of hard to explain this away. Now, with that said, I have always said this. If you are a responsible adult and you do mean that you are carrying a knife for not just self-defense, but for daily uses, because honestly, when I carry a neck knife, I'm not really thinking about self-defense. I'm more thinking about this is a really nice tool, quick access. If I need a knife in a hurry, whether I'm opening boxes or whatever I'm doing, right? So it's not just a self-defense tool, it's a tool, period. It's a general tool that can be used as self-defense. Now, just keep in mind that you get caught by the police, you might get it confiscated. So don't carry $100 neck knife around and don't be flashing it everywhere you go. With that said, um, since concealing your weapon is generally bad, there's no reason why you can't carry a neck knife outside your shirt. I know a lot of people tuck it into their shirt like this, right? I do that too. But if you want to have more legitimacy, more legality, there's no reason why you can't carry it like this, right? Again, depending on which state, where you're from, but a lot of time carrying it out in the open like this will be a lot more legal than keeping it tucked inside your shirt. So that's just something for thought, right? You don't always have to tuck it in your shirt. Also, why do I have a jacket on today? Well, because it's really cold in here. But also, I want to show you guys uh, more realistically what's going to happen when you are on the ground, if you have a neck knife, how do you deploy your neck knife safely without getting killed yourself? Because that is something that a lot of people don't know how to do. I mean, when we are standing, then it's easy, right? If I'm in a fight, I'm standing, I can use one hand to fight off my opponent, and the other hand can just fish the necklace out and then pull the knife out, and now I'm ready. That's fine. Or I can use my leg. I can use my leg to kick, to keep the person away from me while I'm doing that. But when you're pinned under another person, this is going to suddenly become very, very, very awkward. Okay? And a lot of people, their first instinct will be to reach for that knife. But that's when you're going to get killed, right? Why? I talked about this before. Even if the person is the attacker and you are the victim, if you reach for that knife and they don't have a knife, then you have just basically give them the go ahead to escalate this to a deadly level. And they can even claim self-defense because now you pull out a knife, you're reaching for a weapon. They are trying to save their own life, right? Yeah, I know. It sounds totally ridiculous in the court of law that they attack you first and that they can claim self-defense, but they didn't use a knife. Okay, so the moment you reach for that knife, know that in your head that you are escalating this to a deadly level. So, which means if you pull out this knife and they take it away from you, or they jam your hand into your own neck and you stab yourself to death, that's your fault. It's not their fault, at least in the eye of the law. Anyway, now that's in the scenario that they don't have a weapon. If they have a weapon and they got you on the ground, they're on top of you, reaching for that knife is not a very good idea either, because you most likely need a second or two to fumble this and pull this out, in which case they have a weapon in their hand already. They're probably going to use that weapon on you while you're reaching for this. So if you're trapped on the ground and the person on top of you has a weapon, you're probably much better off to wait for a better opportunity or to try to take that weapon away from them rather than trying to take your own out. Right? Now, if you have an opportunity to take it out, then take it out. But generally speaking, if the other person have a weapon, they're right in your face. Reaching for your weapon is the last thing you want to do. Right? So with all that said, most of the time, it is okay. Like if I'm wearing a jacket, like I already mentioned, it is okay to carry your knife out like this. But let's say you don't want to be that obvious, then tuck it inside your jacket, but leave it out of your shirt. Right? It is okay to be inside your jacket because if I have my jacket zipped partly up like this, no one's going to see it. And still, in this case, if I get into a tussle or altercation, then all I have to do is pull down my zipper, and this is right there. If I have this tucked inside my shirt and my jacket zipped up like this, oh boy, okay, we're going to look at how difficult this is going to be. I mean, even standing, even if I was standing, I would be trying to punch the guy, kick them, while struggling with my zipper, and then get the knife. It's not graceful. It's not pretty, right? So when you're getting dressed to go out, you carry a knife for self-defense. Always think about when shit really go down. Where is that knife? How are you going to reach it? It's so crazy that I have seen so many people that claim they'll carry a knife or whatever for self-defense, and then where do they put it? They put it in the fanny pack. They put it in the purse. They put it in the trunk of the car. Like, you gotta be kidding me. You are carrying that for self-defense, which means when you get attacked, that thing needs to be right there. You don't have time to reach in your purse, fumble in your fanny pack, or go get it from your trunk. It has to be right there at hand. Okay, so think about that. When you're carrying, this is why we carry neck knife, right? Neck knife is right here in front of us. Okay? Not to mention it's kind of serves a secondary purpose. This actually worked for me before. When someone tried to punch me in the chest, my neck knife is right here in my chest, at my chest. And when the person punched me, it hurt the heck out of their knuckle. Okay, that was pretty cool. Not intended, but it's pretty cool. Okay, so that's enough talking. Let's look at what happened when we and our attacker go to the ground, and now we're tussling on the ground, and they're on top of me, and I need to get my knife out because this person's big and mean and strong, and I want to get my weapon before they get their weapon, right? Well, that's that's the logic here anyway. So I don't want to, especially in this case where my zipper is up, my knife is way inside my shirt. Honestly, this means I failed my self-defense, right? Before things escalate to this point, before things get to here, where the person's on top of me and hitting me in the face, I should have already at least have my zipper down and my knife ready. But okay, let's say I get caught by surprise and the person's up here trying to hit me. I'm going to what I'm going to do rather than obviously reaching in with my knife, and I'm just like taking hits to the face like crazy, right? Not to mention the moment I pull this knife out, all they have to do is jam my hand down and my knife will go into my face. That's not good, right? So I'm down here, opponent's up here on top of me, punching and trying to smush me into the ground. The first thing, since we have our zipper up and our knife totally inaccessible, we need to fight empty-handed and hopefully we get to transition. Okay, so what we need to do here is block his neck or get a good hold, underhook in. This is what I like to do, right? I will underhook or pull the guy against me rather than keeping him away from me. Because if I keep him away from me, he can see everything I'm going to do. And it's just not good. He has a lot of leverage, right? But if I can hook him and grab him, get my leg up, so I got him control this one arm, one leg like this. From here, my other hand is down here in my chest, slowly working my zipper down so I can open my jacket, right? But I don't immediately reach for my knife after I get my zipper down. Rather, once I get my jacket open, I'm going to feed my grabbing hand, my arm tighter in around them. I'm going to grab onto my own open lapel on my jacket. Okay? This gives me really good control. Those of you that do jiu-jitsu, this is familiar, very useful, right? So now I have a hold of my own jacket and my arm is around their head or body. Then I can reach in, grab my neck knife and pull out and right here, jugular, right here, right? Now I don't have anything to worry about. I still got my grip, I still got my hold, and I got my knife. Even if they saw me reach in, they still have to fight really, really hard to get my grip loose because I'm holding onto my own jacket, right? So the story here, the moral here, is make sure you restrain them before you reach for your neck knife, especially if you need to open your jacket and like pulling down the zipper like I did, okay? Now, so Let's say we don't have to. Let's say we walk around, our jacket is already open, like this, knife under the shirt, like that. Okay, but this is a little bit easier because now I don't have to worry about that zipper. So we go to the ground. The person's on top of me. I'm blocking. They're trying to hit me in the face. I'm going to shrink my body sideways to curl my body around their lower body so I'm out of their line of sight. My arm draped over their body, my leg trapping one of their legs. Here, my hand can grab onto the back of their pants or something, and my free hand have all the liberty in the world to get my knife off my necklace and put it against the kidney. Okay, buddy, don't move. Don't make me stick this in, right? Again, restrain them. Get yourself curl around them before deploying your neck knife. In the case, now we look at what if summertime, we don't have a jacket, right? We don't have a jacket. This is even better. Now I don't even have to worry about a jacket, right? So we don't have a jacket. We have a neck knife under our shirt like this. The person, let's say I get tackled to the ground, and the person's trying to get my beat my face in. I'm blocking, using my leg, either half guard or full guard around their body or their leg. From here, again, do not do this. Do not reach in with both hands, fumble for your knife, okay? Because you don't have control of them. And the moment you pull this out, they hit your hand and this knife go right into your face. Okay, don't do that. Okay, again, restrain before you extract the knife. So in this case, what I will most likely do is I will use my left arm to reach around their neck like I'm doing a headlock. And from here, my right hand grab the hem of my shirt, pull the hem of my shirt up so my left hand can clutch the hem of my shirt. So now again, this looks familiar, right? Just without the jacket. Now I got the head locked in the crook of my left arm. My hand is grabbing my own shirt so that I don't have to use muscle power to hold them in. Just the loop formed by my hand and my shirt is enough to keep them here long enough for my right hand to reach under my shirt because I pulled my shirt up already, extract the knife, and guess what? Armpits, their heart, right here. Okay? This may look like a really scary episode and kind of confusing because I imagine it was really hard to see while we're on the floor. But in the end, the one takeaway that will keep you safe from this video, well, actually, two takeaways. Let's talk about two takeaways. Yes, before you get into a dangerous situation, it may be a good idea to start opening your zipper, to start thinking, how am I going to get my knife? To have the knife ready, to have the knife already out in your hand, right? You don't need to wait until the person beating your face in, right? Two, if you are on the ground and your neck knife is tucked under your shirt and your jacket, make sure you restrain the person. Get some kind of lock around their head or torso. Um, get your one arm locked around them. before reaching for that knife. This way, the moment your knife come out, they won't be able to jam your hand into your own body or face. Thank you for checking out today's Survival Saturday. I'll be back again tomorrow for some more peaceful and less tiring pastime.